Hello, everyone. I am Alikhan. I am a second-year PhD student at University of Washington. Today, I will be presenting the paper, Things on the Ground Are Different: Utility, Survival, and Ethics in Multi-Device Ownership and Smartphone Sharing Contexts. I will start with a story about how multiple SIM usage in phones allows for the maintenance of multiple identities. One participant from our study disclosed the following to us. I have a number attached to Telegram for sketchy money-making ventures. For example, this guy was running a scheme. You would open an account with him, and he'll put 1,000 Kenya shillings for you to start trading with a bonus if you sign other people. We faked some details, including the phone number. Another participant, even after enumerating the risk, mentioned the following. Of course, I would sign up for shady accounts, and so would a lot of people I know. I balance my problems and what the money would solve. If this requires access to my details, sure. On the ground, things are different. These examples are illustrative of just one facet of the dynamics of navigating financial application in Kenya and navigating the usage of multiple SIMs in the same device. Extensive research has been conducted on the various aspects of technology utilization in Kenya. This involves analyzing the functionality of different ownership patterns within family structures and across rural and urban settings. Further observations were made regarding the influence of device affordability, maintenance accessibility, and access to essential infrastructure in enhancing capital access and fostering new forms of commerce. These findings allow for comparisons with similar studies conducted in neighboring countries, including Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda, as well as across the broader African contexts. In our paper, we present the dimensions of phone ownership and how users navigate the M-Pesa infrastructure alongside other financial applications and the challenges made evident through their use. M-Pesa is a mobile phone-based money transfer service, payments and microfinancing service, launched in 2007 by Vodafone and Safaricom, the largest mobile network operator in Kenya. Through interview with our participants, we also sought to understand the insights provided by phone ownership patterns, shedding light on the affordances and unspoken needs they revealed, and thereby enriching our understanding of device usage in Kenya. This examination of usage patterns expanded upon previously established dynamics and allowed us to differentiate between feature phones, which are phones that have press button based inputs, a small non-touch display, and no internet connection, and smartphone users. To understand device ownership, including sharing and contexts of use, we conducted an interview-based study with 34 participants, 15 of which were women, between 18 and 79 years old. The study was conducted in a 6-month period between December 2022 and May 2023, where we recruited participants in 2 waves. First, we used snowball sampling to recruit participants using social media. Interested participants filled a short screening survey that we used to determine eligibility and to obtain contact information to schedule interviews. We also used convenience sampling to recruit participants with sparse or no online presence, non-literate participants, and non-smartphone users. This latter sampled group tended towards older adults. We did the recruitment iteratively to ensure that we had representation across age groups, from younger adults to older adults, education, from those with no formal education to those who had achieved tertiary education, and socioeconomic levels. Given the intent to understand sensitive contexts surrounding money and to mitigate conflicts or omissions aided by familiarity, we sought to recruit participants that had not been part of any previous and/or ongoing research. We used a semi-structured interview approach to ask a series of questions seeking to understand their relationship with technology and the nature of the participants' phone and SIM ownership, the quantity and reasons for ownership for each category, how they operated their devices, if they shared their phones and SIM, and the services they were subscribed to. We also discussed their M-Pesa use. This question often leading to discussion on micro and mobile-based loans, personal versus business services, saving strategies, phone-enabled betting, etc., that are afforded by the M-Pesa service. If the participant owned a smartphone, we also sought to enumerate the apps and their functions and their approach to data usage and storage. Other questions were intended to probe participants' understanding of available protective infrastructure spanning company policies and government agencies, and experienced gaps in protection and enforcement, amongst other concerns. In this work, we made 3 significant contributions. Firstly, we expanded the understanding of human-computer interaction for development by delving into the intricacies of phone sharing, particularly focusing on smartphones. We provided in-depth insights into how users who share phones navigate usability challenges, shedding light on the sought-after design functionalities. Additionally, we investigated emerging risks associated with phone sharing, underscoring the importance of integrating these nuances into device usage for ensuring long-term adoption. Secondly, we explored the impact of access to money and income-generating activities on privacy, surpassing the significance of usability workarounds. This discussion added depth to conversations about the ethics of technologies and the influence of informed consent, especially concerning day-to-day survival. We specifically addressed the shortcomings of protective frameworks and individuals' failure to leverage available infrastructure to safeguard their privacy and seek security. Lastly, we presented a categorization of users based on their device ownership patterns, modeled their technology usage, and offered recommendations on identifying signals to quantify utilities and recognize potential harms. Our aim was to provide guidance for researchers on incorporating steps that prevent the perpetuation of invisible harms. We have additional findings in our paper that we couldn't cover here. These can be found in the full body of our paper.